Hello everyone, SilverContrail here. I'm back playing Resonant Rise, and I am digging out my front yard with the quarry, Buildcraft quarry. Yeah, I need to make space for expansions to the base. I know it's been a while since I've recorded last, and I actually recorded a full episode, and then decided to cut it because I didn't like what I did with it, and yeah, I decided not to do it, and to do some other things instead. I wasn't really in the mood to record, and if you record while you're not in the mood, then it's kind of a pain. It ends up turning out really bad, and that's what happened with that last video, so I wanted to make sure my stuff maintains some semblance of quality. So, a quarry. If you're unfamiliar, this is a Buildcraft. It's going to be listed as BC Factory, Buildcraft item. It basically makes this big frame, and then it starts digging. It uses energy from... I'm giving it this basic energy cube. This is a mechanism block. It's basically just a giant battery. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to mine all these blocks, and it's going to stash them in this chest that's on top. So we've got a bunch of dirt, which makes sense. We're mining up a bunch of dirt. And we're going to get some of this underground biome's comatite cobblestone, which is what I made the floor of this base out of. It's the comatite bricks. So lots of cool new stuff here. I've updated Resonant Rise probably 3 separate times. They keep pushing out new updates. No major changes. I think there were some additions. Quarry Plus was added and then it was taken away. It's whatever. I wasn't really going to mess with it too much. There's a lot of sand down here too. Check that out. The reason I'm doing this is, again, to make some space. So this will be a big hole. But I'm going to probably put like a ledge out. Maybe like... I'll go 2 out and there'll be a ledge, and then kind of build my base around the ring. I'm not going to drive this all the way down to bedrock. This is how I used to make bases. I would quarry out a big area, and then I'd all the way down to bedrock, and then I'd live in that hole. I'm not going to do that, but I do need some depth, and this is going to get me some of the blocks that I'll use to actually make the structure out of. Because unfortunately, our little home here is just not cutting it anymore. There's a lot of new stuff in here, a lot of new mods that I've been messing with. Mechanism is definitely one of those mods, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Mechanism. This guy's Mechanism. I also built this monstrosity, which we can talk about, I suppose. This is a tree farm. If you watched my previous Feed the Beast Let's Play, Rebuild of FTB, I believe it was called, this is how I got most of my energy. In fact, I got, I think, all of my energy this way. A little bit different on how I actually generated it, but this is basically the setup. There's a lot of confusing pipes and things going places and whatnot. It uses Mine Factory Reloaded blocks. So this is the Mine Factory Reloaded harvester, and it chops down things in front of it. So these trees, these leaves, it's going to chop them down. It's going to stash them in this chest. So you can see it's full of logs, saplings, and apples that it gets from the trees. Right now it's not running because this chest is full. If I were to take something out, it would start running again. And you can see it's going to chop down all the leaves, and it'll chop down some trees until it fills up its inventory in here, which it just did. So that's cool. And out from the chest, it's going to get exported. It's going to go to these furnaces. These are item ducts, these kind of grayish pipes. They're from Thermal Expansion. They're pretty new. You can configure them in a lot of really cool ways. They're pretty neat. If we look at this, you can tell it to whitelist certain blocks, blacklist certain blocks. It'll just pull it out of the chest and send it to different places. So that's pretty handy, actually. It's very nice to have something like that. This is the planter, Mine Factory Reloaded planter. This is where the saplings go, and the planter just plants them on top. So the harvester chops them down, the planter replants the saplings, and how they get energy, because they both need energy to run, is they send all of that logs to these furnaces, and the furnaces turn those logs into charcoal, and the charcoal gets sent to this steam boiler, which takes water and charcoal, and it creates steam, and it sends it to these steam dynamos, commercial steam engine, and then there's an industrial steam engine, and that turns steam into energy. The energy gets piped back into the harvester and the planter, and it simply continues to run indefinitely. And you get a surplus of wood and such, and you get a surplus of energy as well. I didn't use steam the last time I had this set up. I used biofuel from My Factory Reloaded as well. Decided not to go that route this time. In fact, I'm not actually going to use that for my main power source. I will probably dismantle it at some point, unless I really need the logs. Kind of the reasoning behind that is it's really laggy. There's a lot of block updates going on there, and it's slowing my computer down to try to run it. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. But I've got an idea for a new power source. We're going to be going nuclear, so that'll be pretty fun. There's a new mod called Big Reactors, and it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. There is a lot of sand and sandstone in here. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised at just how much sand and sandstone's under here. Kill this guy. The sword I'm using. This might not be familiar to you. I don't think I had it last episode. This is called the Rapier. It's from Tinker's Construct. Oh, there are mobs beneath me. I can hear them now. This is a sword you can make with some of the stuff I have up here. Tinker's Construct's really cool. Lets you build different tools. I think I talked about this on my last series. It's something you can definitely look into if you want tools that do cool things, like a hammer, which acts like a pickaxe, except it mines out a 3x3 area instead, and it's really handy for digging tunnels. This guy is pretty special. The rapier ignores mob armor, so if a mob is wearing armor, it ignores that armor, and I've got it some extra aspects on it, like sharpness, so it can usually 3-shot or 2-shot mobs, depending if I get a critical or not, and it doesn't matter if they're wearing armor. And actually, a lot of the mobs around here are wearing armor, so that's pretty handy. I talked about having a jetpack, but I made some power armoring legs as well, which is part of Modular Power Suits, a mod that I've definitely talked about before. And you make using the tinkering table, this guy over here, which allows you to make, or allows you to use power armor, and then use different modules in it to change how it acts. For this one, I have on the sprint assist. That makes me sprint faster, and it's really handy as well if you're flying, or if you're using, a jetpack. You can go really fast, so it's handy for getting around the map. And I think that's most of the just general upgrades that I've made to my armor, to my setup. And I'm at the point now where I need to do some base building. And I think this is going to be good, so I'll go ahead and pick this guy up. This is deep enough for now. If I need to expand it more, I can just move it. Sunstone. I'm not familiar with Ars Magica too much, so I don't know what that is. It looks kind of cool, though. I do want to get into Ars Magica, and I probably will once I get... I might try to do a lot of industrial craft stuff first, because I do really like industrial craft. To charge this energy cube quickly, I can do two things. I can either plug it up here and turn it, and it's going to get energy from my steam dynamo, which is all those solar boiler stuff that I have up there, and it's going to charge it. Oh, excuse me. And then it's going to send that power to my bat box, which stores my industrial craft power, and that can power my macerator, my metal former, and my extractor, which are really nice things to have. I think I talked about these in the last episode, so yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and break this with something. I have a full inventory. A problem I've been running into lately is my inventory is just clogged all the time. I don't really care about these seeds, or these things, or these things. Kind of want to keep those, kind of want to keep those. Let's get this guy. I can't pick it up with this wrench, of course. Why would I want to do that? The quarry is, in my opinion, the best digging item in the game. However, it is really expensive. Oh. There we go. It requires... First of all, these 3 iron gears. Well, the 1 redstone is irrelevant. 3 iron gears, which is a stone gear, which is basically stone, which is like 4 sticks, and then you surround that wood gear with cobblestone. Then you surround it with iron to get the iron gear, and then you surround the stone gear with... Oh man, Darkcraft. silly Dartcraft. Usually these are gold gears by default, and to make those you take an iron gear, surround it with gold, and then these diamond gears, which are a gold gear. In this case, it's a force gear, but whatever. That was a change with the update I must have got. And then it's shape crafting. Yeah, this is what I want. The gold gear, and then it's surrounded by 4 diamonds. You get like 2 of those, plus you get to make a diamond pick. So that's like 11 diamonds to make this thing. But once you make it, you are set. And yeah, it's really nice. Although you do need quite a bit of power to run it for any long period of time. Although I feel like digging that out was pretty cheap. You can change the size of the quarry too. If you use landmarks when you first put it down, these guys let you change. What do I want to do? Let me do it like this, and then if you click on the middle one here, if I were to take the quarry now and put it right here, it would create a frame. It's only this big, and it would try to mine this. In fact, I don't actually know if it would actually mine that because it's really small. But you can change the size of it. I think 64 by 64 is the largest, so this is definitely nowhere near the size that it could be. But yeah, we've got a nice little area dug out now. Get some marble down here, a couple of ores. Don't really care about them too much. And then I've got a new item I really want to test out. So we'll go ahead and stash some of this stuff. This is an extra utilities trash can, and this guy you can stick stuff in and it just deletes the items, so it's kind of nice. I've been using that quite a bit. Just get rid of things. Oh, what don't I need on me? I've already run out of space. Well, that's cool. All of these things need to be gotten rid of. It's usually like mob armor I pick up and then I forget to dump. Chocopedia, the Chocobo mod, don't really need those. Don't really need these either because I've got the metal former. And I don't need these for a long time, so I'm just going to get rid of them. Sort. Yeah, and here's the geothermal generator I was using. I have just put it away. It's not really going to do much. This is what we need. But we got to put some stuff away still. All the different blocks in here, most of them are from underground biomes. Lots of different things in here. Some E-Masher resource. I don't really know what that mod is. There's also chisel. And then some vanilla Minecraft blocks in here as well. Let's see. Do we have everything? What else can we do? Yeah, I think that's good. I need to get rid of this nether ore. Do I have a spot for nether ores? I think I was putting them in here. Just take that out. We don't need netherrack. There we go. And then I need to stash my quarry. We want it to go in here. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. And then get rid of these. Eventually, for some trash sorting, I'll have a better system set up with applied energistics, but I'm not quite at the point where I want to set up a system yet, because I wanted to make a new base of sorts. So now the question is, what do I want to make the base out of? And that's a really tough question. Yeah, I still want to make like a perimeter, maybe 4 away from this hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this be the top floor of sorts. And I can still do an overhang, but I do want like a large perimeter around this area. So when I come in on the bottom floor, it's not immediately, hey, there's this drop off. But if I do come in on a lower floor, I don't mind that there is a drop off here. So it's definitely something that I want to be traversable by jetpack. Since I've got a jetpack, I might as well use it, right? If I can fly up here in an instant, I don't need ladders, I don't need stairs. I just need to be able to get up. And thankfully, jetpacks, electric jetpacks with industrial craft are very cheap. And I think Mechanism actually has another hydrogen jetpack if you want to check that out. And we need to still figure out what we're going to do here. Let's grab some comatite and start smelting some of it, I guess. Because I'm probably going to want to stick with that. I was trying to find this stuff, this granite stuff, that was really cool looking. but unfortunately I couldn't find it. Another option is, if I can find it, not marble, not soapstone, quarried stone. This is from Railcraft, and I use this a lot in my last world. I really like how this looks. It's either that, or I could use the andesite bricks. Yeah, I could use those as well. So I think I'll go out and I'll lay a foundation out. I got to do some smelting first. I'll lay out some sort of foundation, like around the perimeter, dig out a little bit more, and then we'll see what that ends up looking like before we move on to laying down blocks. I might just make it out of these bricks or something similar, a darker brick for the base, and see how that looks. So yeah, I will be back. Alright, so I've made some changes. I went ahead and added some of these blocks in here, and I had to do a lot of smelting actually, because I didn't really have much of these underground biomes bricks. Oop, sprinted ahead of the wall. And to do that, I actually used, never mind, I thought it was really loud, a basic factory, and this is another piece of mechanism. These guys are mechanism, this guy's mechanism, these things are mechanism. Basic factory is basically a big smeltery. Let me turn off NEI. And it just, smelts things. So that's pretty handy. It smelts a large number of things all at once. Let's head out here because I want to get the floor in, and then we'll do some stuff. So this is a really, really cool item. It's called the Builder's Wand. It's from Extra Utilities. And to make it, you need an unstable ingot, and they're unstable. And you need to do that, you need a division sigil. Yeah, division sigil. These are only found in chests, and then they only have 256 uses after that. They're used to make these unstable ingots for the most part. If you look at the uses, yeah, but it's found in dungeon chests. I actually found this in a witch dungeon. There are some of those out there in the world, so I didn't have to worry about that. I just got one. Very, very fortunate to have got one so early on in the game, so I can... Oop, I didn't want to do that. Get out of here, blocks. Yeah, I was pretty happy about finding one of them. It makes building a lot easier. It's sort of like finding a portal gun. It's just really helpful. Oh, and I'm already out. I thought I had enough, actually. I guess I didn't. I underestimated how many blocks I was going to have to put in this. So we can put 3 stacks of this stuff in here. And it'll smelt all 3 stacks simultaneously. There we go. If I can say things. Can't say things today. And once this is done, should have a nice place to live. I'm building this floor down here. I think this might very closely resemble that data center I had in the last world, where all my applied energistic stuff went. Otherwise, this is just the start of the second floor. Or, I guess the first basement? Is that... I don't know if you'd call it like the first basement or the second floor. Who knows? I'm using these road blocks. These are a Mine Factory Reloaded block. And we make those... Let me go up here. There it is. If you use plastic and you get plastic sheets... Oh, and I got a bunch of them too, good. And then you surround it with stone bricks, you get these awesome roadblocks. So we can place these down. I think they look really neat. They kind of remind me of Zycraft for some reason. Awesome. And this will probably go, so this is 5 long? Yeah, this will go all around the perimeter here. And then I might... I don't know if I'll go right here and do that, I want to make a area for my main power supply. So maybe my third floor will be the power supply. Fourth floor being something, or second floor being something, and then the third floor being power generation. And that's where I'm going to put my nuclear reactor when I get to that point. Or my reactor. I'm not actually sure if it's nuclear or what's up with it. I assume it's nuclear to some extent. But yeah, this will sort of wrap around, I guess you could say. It's kind of a pain to dig through, though. This might be a little bit easier to dig through. Oh yeah, for sure. The sand stops falling from the top. Come on, you can get through here. Yeah, the excavator is really nice. The excavator and the hammer. And to repair them, it's pretty simple. You just come back here, and you repair them using cobblestone. Cool. And that's really all there is to it. And yeah, let's check and see if we got more stuff on the way. We do. I don't think this is enough to finish it off, though. There's a lot of open space over here. Nope. Close. But not quite. And I heard an Enderman. I have been hunting Enderman non-stop. It's been ridiculous. I desperately need to get to the end. I did find a portal, but I haven't gone through it yet because I don't have enough Eyes of Ender. But I desperately need to get there because I need, very much need, to get access to a large number of Ender Pearls. And the best way to do that is just to go to the end and either kill Enderman or create an Enderman grinder. So yeah, little building going on. This is probably boring, so I won't bore you guys with this. I think I will cut again, and or do I have? I do have some of these bricks for the walls, but I'm not really. It's definitely not enough. Can you see? I can kind of pluck these down, like this. But I'm absolutely going to run out very quickly. Oh, this wand is so handy. And where's my axe? Need to cut down these trees, I think. They're going to be in the way. Do. Yeah, this is really nice. Oh, this is so nice. And yeah, I didn't even use them all. Nice. Cool. I think I'll go one up higher than where I went last time, because I went... This one's what? 3 high? This isn't... That's not really high enough. This one needs to be 4. At least. So this will have another pass. And then probably make some windows at some point. Maybe use the Tinker's Construct has some clear glass. That was kind of nice looking. But yeah, I think I'll cut and we'll come back. Continue making the rest of the base. And maybe get some more of the second floor done. See what that looks like. Oh, hey there. So, as it turns out, I actually recorded about an hour worth of video, so I'm going to be splitting this up into 2 episodes. The next time we'll talk about big reactors and a bunch of other little things. And then I think after that we'll talk about applied energistics in the next episode. So 2 episodes coming very quickly. And yeah, final week of school for me, so that should be pretty fun. And that's about all I have for today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, please. And I will try to answer them the best I can. Also, check out my Google Plus page. I'm posting a lot of updates on there. So, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and until next time then.